I'm 65 years old.
I've been living inside a lie. Not the kind with shouting. Not betrayal. Not something you can easily point to and say, that's when everything broke. My life looked normal. A good marriage, a quiet home, 2 children raised with care, and a husband I trusted completely. That's the part that still hurts the most.
Because if you had asked me a few months ago, I would have said I knew him. Not perfectly, but enough. Enough to feel safe. Enough to believe there were no secrets big enough to change everything. I was wrong. 3 months ago, I found a box in our attic. And inside it was 40 years of a life I was never told about. It wasn't even hidden that well, just pushed behind old suitcases, covered in dust. The kind of box you ignore for years because you assume it doesn't matter. I almost didn't open it, but something made me stop. I don't know why. Maybe it was the weight of it, or the way it didn't belong with the rest of our things. When I lifted the lid, I didn't understand at first. It was full of papers, receipts, medical bills, prescriptions, dozens, maybe hundreds, all organized, carefully dated, going back decades. At first, I thought it was something old, something resolved. But then I saw the dates. They weren't old. They were recent, ongoing. And none of the names on those papers belonged to anyone I knew. I sat there on the floor, reading them one by one. Hospital visits, rehabilitation centers, special equipment, payments made every single month, for years. No, for decades. Always the same name, a man. I had never heard of him. And then I found something else. A report, old, 40 years old. It mentioned an accident, a young boy, severe injuries, permanent damage. I felt something drop inside me because the date was 1 week before my wedding. I didn't wait. I went downstairs with the box in my hands. He was in the kitchen, like any normal day. And for a moment, I almost said nothing, because everything still looked the same. But I couldn't. I placed the box on the table and asked, "Who is he?" He didn't pretend not to understand. He didn't ask what I meant. He just sat down, like he had been waiting for that moment for 40 years. "It was an accident," he said. And that's when everything changed. He told me he was driving late at night, tired, distracted, and he didn't see the boy crossing. He said the impact wasn't loud. That was the first thing that broke me. Not loud, like it could have been small. But it wasn't. The boy survived, but with severe damage, brain injury, loss of movement, a life that would never be independent. I paid for everything, he said, since that day. I stared at him. For 40 years? He nodded. I couldn't walk away. I asked the question that mattered. Why didn't you tell me? He didn't hesitate. Because I was afraid you wouldn't marry me. The room went quiet. I was 25, he said. I thought I would lose everything. I felt something inside me crack. So you lied instead? I didn't lie, he said softly. I just never told you. I almost laughed. 40 years, a life built together, And this, sitting underneath all of it, not small, not forgettable, hidden, every single day. He showed me everything after that. Where the man lives now, the care he receives, the mother who never left his side, and the money, always there, always paid, no delays, no excuses. You took care of him, I said. Yes. You never abandoned him. No. I looked at him for a long time and realized something I still don't know how to hold. He did the right thing and the wrong thing at the same time. I'm not living in our house right now. It's been 2 months. I'm staying with our daughter. He calls. He waits. He says he only kept the secret because he was afraid of losing me. And maybe that's true. But he still chose every single day not to tell me. For 40 years. I don't know if I can forgive that. I don't know if love can survive that kind of silence. All I know is this. I lived beside a man who carried a burden I never saw, and a secret I was never allowed to share.
And I still don't know if that makes him a good man or a stranger I never really knew.